On today's show, we're going to be talking about Atari's financials. Also, Atari's going to be coming out with new Atari Plus hardware. Evercade has a whole bunch of information that they just released. Also, Polymega showing off something new. And new opcode games for the Atari 7800. This show is going to be huge. So stand by and check it out. I'll come up right now. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Dadisajoke Retro Rockin' Gamer episode number 82 of the Weekend Report. And we got to start off with a coffee because I really need it today. I always need it every Sunday, but that's a different story. Always good. Always good. Okay, let's start off with some really... Guys, there's a ton of information that just came out last week. It's exciting again. It's, you sit around, there's no news, and everybody's like, blah, 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 Atari's dying, blah, 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 this, my life sucks, blah, blah, blah. But then all of a sudden, all this news comes out, and it's like, whoa, look at that. We got shit coming down the pipe, so let's all get excited. And this time, there's a lot to be excited about. Okay, before I get into all the Atari news, all the exciting Atari news, I got to go back and do a lot of the other stuff that I've been following along. Okay, Evercade just released a ton of information this past week. So, for instance, Evercade pre-orders are open for the Neo Geo cartridge, Arcade 1 cartridge, and Roguecraft DX, which are going to be released in August of 2025. Also, there's going to be new Evercade firmware for the XP, the VS, the Dash R, and the Alpha devices. Also, Evercade's going to be going to have a new the new Alpha, which is a bar top arcade with Tato games on it, and also you can put in cartridges into it, which is kind of cool. So if you want a bar top arcade that can play multiple stuff without worrying about RetroPie and installing this and installing that, if you just want to get something that's ready made, plug and play, that's your guy actually. Also, Polymega with their teasing everybody every so often. I just released a picture of their light guns with the what's it called, with the tagline, "Have you met my little friend?" The thing for Scarf. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And also, Opcode Games just announced a whole shitload of 7800 games, which I'm going to go through right now. So I have multiple notes and sources everywhere, and this is driving me a little nuts. But anyway, let's see here. So, Opcode Games just announced 5 new games for the Atari 7800. So Casey Munchkin, if anybody remembers, oh God, what was it? The Philips, the one with the video pack. I forget the fucking name again. Here we go again. Need brain juice. Or the it's by Magnavox. The hell was it called again? Anyways, you guys know. All you retro gamers know out there. Anyways, so Casey Munchkin was really cool. I actually got to play it on the original Magnavox system, which I fell in love with. It's funny. I never knew anybody who had that machine. But you know what? A cousin, was it my second cousins had it at their place, and they had that game, and they had another other awesome game, which was UFO, which was really cool game too. But anyways, Baby Pac-Man, DX Deluxe or DK Deluxe, sorry. Astro Blaster and Astro Fighter, which is really cool. Astro Blaster, oh my god, I love that game. That was an awesome arcade game. Yeah, Astro Blaster, and you can click on the or engage the warp and slows everything down. That was really cool. Baby Pac-Man. So DX Deluxe is just Donkey Kong Deluxe, and then KC Munchkin, which just is another form of Pac-Man, really. Oh, and the Baby Pac-Man is really cool because it has both. It's if anybody remembers the arcade game, it was like a hybrid pinball arcade game. Actually, the Tilt Bar Arcade here in Toronto has one, and I played it, and I thought, what the hell is this all about? But anyway, I remember playing it back in the day, but it never really impressed me. So the opcode game has both the pinball part of it and the arcade part of it, or the regular Pac-Man maze thing of it, which is really really cool. Do, 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 do. Okay, and then let's see here. So I'm going to get into all the Evercade news and what they're releasing besides what I've already mentioned. Okay, uh, so the Alpha Bar Top Arcade has 10 built-in Tato arcade games, including Bubble Bobble, which is an awesome game. If you haven't played it, play it. Space Invaders, Rastan, and more coming November 2025, and you can pre-order it yesterday on May 30th. So the prices are going. Special pre-order price is $199.99 in British pounds, $229.99 in the euro, and $259.99 in the US dollar. Also, let's see. Tato arcade games are coming to cartridges this September. Tato Arcade 1 and 2 bring 18 arcade titles across 2 cartridge collections. Space Invaders, the New Zealand Story. I've never heard of that. Elevator Action, of course, and more. Pre-order from July 30th. So there you go. If you're an Evercade fan, man, the news is off the hook actually. Neo Geo Arcade 1 and Roadcraft DX. I talked about that. Those are available for pre-order. So there's more. Hold on. So 2 more Neo Geo carts are coming to Evercade. And that's it, actually. Oh, and Orange Pixel released the game Regulators, like I mentioned last week. I actually want to pick it up and check it out and do a review on it, but it's just finding time to do all this stuff. Oh, I'm so behind on my reviews, it's not even funny. Guys, I promise I want to get there. Oh, before I go there, you know what? And I mentioned this before. I'm actually really, really excited about the new Missile Command game. I don't know. It's got a hold on me. It's got me intrigued. So once it comes out, I'm gonna pick it up, try it out, and do a review for you guys. I just like the different take on Missile Command. Missile Command's a great game. It's made Atari famous and what have you. But the point is, I want to see what this new thing is all about. It's mysterious. It's cool. It looks cool. So I'll let everybody know. So let's see here. So we got to get to the Atari financial stuff. That's the important part right now. And let me get the news here available. And it's here we go. So the cool thing about this is that so the big news for Atari their past fiscal year is that they've had their best year in over 10 years, and that's including all the different freaking iterations of Atari in the past. So this has been their best year so far, and that's really exciting. Also, and I'm going to get into the financials in a little bit here, but also Atari just announced new Atari Plus hardware coming out. New hardware projects that expand the Plus platform. So there's a shit ton of speculation going on in Atari land right now. What's coming out? What are they going to do? So I'm hoping they'll give us some specialized controllers. In other words, that spinner, paddle, and roller controller that Atari famously made famous. Or they can give us, like, a lot of people are talking Atari Jaguar. Oh, I hate to say this, folks, but I can't stand the Atari Jaguar. I'll get into it in a minute, and I'll tell you guys why I'm not a big fan. I actually not. I don't want to be. I want to be fair. Not the Jaguar, just that time of when a whole bunch of games or consoles got released when the Jaguar was at, like, the 3DO, uh, the CDI, and several other thingies. But anyway, so people are thinking Jaguar. Some people are thinking of Atari 5200 Plus. I'm hoping, but you know what? It's their weakest console, so I don't think we're going to get anything. And if we do, it'd probably be something like the the uh, the Atari 400 computer mini, and then you can upgrade it with other games, blah blah blah, with an SD card. That's a possibility. But I'm really hoping to see, like, the only way to bring together the Plus platform is to give us those controllers, right? I mean, we have the 7800 Plus, we have the 2600 Plus, right? The Jaguar, maybe. Lynx, maybe. But again, it's pretty specialized, right? It's not as big. Like, even the Jaguar, it's not as big as the 7800 or the 2600, or the potential of what the 7800 could have done back then, but was cut short because of what Atari did, or with the video game crash or what have you, or when Nintendo spanked their asses. So I just want to see some cool, like the roller controller, the different style joysticks that, I don't know, just something cool that ties together the Atari Plus ecosystem. So, and then we're gonna get into the financials here. Let me just bring this. Yeah, the mouse sucks. There we go. Oh, I hate when I'm not prepared. I am prepared, but I'm very slow. There we go. Missile Command Delta. That's cool. So let's see here. Their financials. Their financials. Investors. Come on, load up. Okay, yeah. Accept that. There we go. Preliminary FY 2025 revenues and business update. Press releases. No! What the hell, man? What are you doing? Open that. So let's see here. So financial year 2025 revenue increases by approximately 60%. 60%, folks, to 36 million, making a second straight year of top line growth and highest level of revenues in over a decade. That's impressive. That is totally impressive what Atari has done. And this is all thanks to us nuts Atari fans out there. I mean, you get, the stupid, lame complainers. I don't want change. Why is all this new stuff coming out? I hate the new Atari. But look what the fuck they're doing. They're doing amazing. It's incredible. So let's see here. So so revenues are expected to reach approximately 36 million, of which 29 million from games alone. 60% growth compared to the previous year, driven primarily by continuing strong momentum in games. The solid performance marks the second consecutive year of high growth, bringing Atari's revenues to their highest level in over a decade. So here's the bonus part, okay? All this money that they're making, right? They can get more IPs. And one of my favorite IPs are, and everybody knows, is Activision. That needs to be bought out from Microsoft ASAP. But I don't mind if Atari keeps on putting money in their pockets until we get to that point, and then they can go nuts on it. Oh, I'll talk about this in a minute. Let me make a note. Okay. So the momentum underscores in successful execution of the strategic refocus initiated in 2022 under new leadership. Atari retro-focused growth strategy has reopened Atari with a focus on its principal gaming strategy and targeted markets segments where Atari can be a category leader. So the word from good old Wade Rosen was Atari's strong performance this year, notably in games business line, marks an important milestone in the execution of our retro-focused growth strategy, both focusing on the areas where we have both a passion for the product and a competitive edge. We are building solid momentum, which I believe will lead to lasting success in the years to come, which is true. Love him or hate him, he's got a point there. So yeah, that's it. So the outlook that they have here is for the coming year, Atari intends to continue executing retro-focused growth strategy across all lines of business and games. The company plans to continue investing in a dynamic pipeline of new releases based on high-quality, recognizable, owned, or licensed IPs. Activision, please, for the love of God. In this context, Atari anticipates a continuation of high growth trajectory for the financial year ending in March 31st, 2026. Well, there you go, folks. That is very cool and very interesting. And also the thing that I just wrote a note about, the other thing that are people that are anticipating for the new Atari Plus hardware is the Intellivision Plus. Now, again, actually, I could see the Intellivision Plus. That's something that I think needs to come out. Yeah, I honestly think I think they need, because they bought Intellivision and everything there, I think they really, really need to bring out the Atari, the Intellivision system. And I think that will be cool. But again, it's kind of, I mean, when you pit Atari versus Intellivision, yeah, the console war and everything, but Atari has way more games and way more Atari in it, right? Intellivision, anyway, you know where I'm headed on that one. But it'll be interesting anyways to see what they're coming out with. But I want new peripherals, wireless peripherals. I want to be lying back on that couch, watching and playing on that big screen TV without me getting up and resting my back. You know what? I don't think I have anything else. This has actually been a really long show. Yeah, that's it, folks. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Lots of news, lots of exciting news. It's great to see a company like Atari, especially something that we loved as kids, to be where it is right now. There have been so many freaking attempts over the years to bring that iconic name back, and it always failed because whoever's all behind it is just trying to, stuff their pockets with some money without really doing any work, just using the name. But this time, they're making money, but actually doing something about it and making stuff with it. So I think that's the most important part. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for everything else. Like, whatever, click everything. Let me know in the comments if you have any comments or what have you, or any questions, and we'll go from there. Anyways, until next week, take care, everybody. Bye now.